Soon everyone, welcome back to MNix Plays Path of Exile Breach League Hardcore. Last episode, we focused on not much at all. Basically just leveling up, chilling out, and just playing the game. But today, it's probably about time to do the exact opposite, which is progression. I think I'm at a high enough level where I would be comfortable progressing basically straight into Act 1 Merciless. Obviously, we still have a lot of content to go through in Act 4, but I think last episode we leveled up enough that I'm, comfortable with just, getting the rest of my levels through straight progression. No more just blind farming the same area over and over again. Not that it's a bad thing, it's sometimes you gotta do that, and especially in hardcore, you have to farm the same area over and over, at least for like, a couple episodes. Just so that you don't die to extra stuff. The extra stat points makes a world of difference. So at this point, our damage is okay. It's not the greatest. Our life is fine, I suppose. The one thing that I would like to have more of is maybe block. That would be kind of nice. Now, I do need to go out and buy some more knockback gems. I think I'm missing 2 or 3. I think I currently have 3 knockback gems in total. And in order to get 100% knockback for our late game, we need somewhere close to 5 gems or something like that. So that is still missing. However, we won't go into that build until we get into the late game. So I guess we have a little bit more time to, and by a little bit I mean like 5 episodes or 5 days worth of episodes before we actually have to start worrying about that. Now, do I want to do this? Might as well. Now, what am I most worried about, until we get to that end game? Survivability. I'm worried about, the breaches especially. Every time I open a breach now, I'm having some like, what would be a good term? PBSD, like post-breach, like stress disorder, like all those times that we've been dying to the breaches. It hasn't been fun, man. So I'm kind of worried about that. The fact that within the spell damage, within the breaches, they do a crazy amount of spell damage, even here, and the fact that we don't have spell block is going to be really scary, for the next probably next 15 levels or so, maybe next 10 levels until we hit level 70. And then not only that, our damage isn't the greatest at this point either. So we're like in the spot where damage isn't amazing, and our survivability, like everything is kind of middle of the road. And we purposely built it like this, but it does mean that we have to play just really carefully for the next bit. I don't want to get impatient, and I need to keep telling myself that because I can just feel it, man. I really want to get into maps. I really want to get to level 70 or so, get my third, ascendancy. We don't even have our second ascendancy, first of all, right? But I'm really looking forward to getting the third one so that I can, excuse me, so that we can get spell block and switch over to knockback cyclone. I don't know, man. I knew this would happen. Like, I was warned, if I build my character like this, towards, cruel, early merciless, like, the damage is going to be really lacking until, you pick up some decent counterattacks, until you get knockback, spell block, 100% block, the surrender, like, all that stuff, gratuitous violence. It adds up, and eventually this build gets to a point where, oh, now you finally have damage, but it takes a long time. It's one of those expensive builds that is probably more suited to standard or breach standard, rather than hardcore, but I really want to play this build, man. And last time we tried it, like, the previous character just straight up died to to Ash. Like, it's not, I mean, it's not easy content, right? But at the same time, it's Ash, man. Like, it's supposed to be perfect for the breach, and we still die to it. So, feel kind of bad about that. Don't want it to happen again. I don't know. Maybe we gotta put more points into life, but the more points I put into life, it's just, you know, the less damage we do, and really damage is, it's a bit of a problem, isn't it? I don't know. Like, where am I putting my next couple points? Well, I want these over here. I want to join the circle, and then we can take the life wheel. So that's the plan. What level are you? 57. 57, we're actually going at a pretty good pace in terms of levels. Because from what I remember, with our previous character, we died at like 60, 64, 65. Obviously I could go check, but that's what I remember. And at that point we were already in Act 3 Merciless. So we only have like 8 levels to go before we get to Act 3 in Merciless. Or before we, you know, get into maps again. So we're not too far off, really. And at this point it's just about, let's start modifying our tree to slowly make it look like, you know, what we want for the late game. If we have to suffer a little bit at this point in time with our damage, honestly,
my spirit is spent.
I don't mind it too much. Like, oh my god, I don't think that's too big of a deal. I just want to be at a spot where I can actually make it through. I don't want to be put in a position where, you know, we're in Act 2 and we don't have enough damage to kill, you know, any bosses, right? Like Vale takes fucking ages to kill or something, and that might happen. And if it does, I mean, if anything, it means we need an upgrade in a weapon or something, right? But for now, I think we're good. 431 DPS. I mean, it's not the greatest. I'll be the first one to admit that to you. But, I mean, our previous character was doing like 1,000 in counterattack damage. That's basically what we're doing now. So, I think, you know, I think I can. Just gotta believe, man. So all it takes is a little faith in this character, and you know, we will make it succeed. And one day, you know, our hard work, it's gonna bear fruit. The seeds we've planted, you know, it's gonna turn into a beautiful flower. That's what this character is, a beautiful flower. I really like this Word of Reflection enchantment. Even if it doesn't do much, it just seems so cool. Just like another copy of me. Like, I wonder if you can build just around that. I suspect you can't, but it would be cool if you can. I mean, there's like Blink Arrow, but there is one version for Melee where you just make an image of yourself that moves around, right? That'd be an interesting summoner build. I guess there's Animate Guardian. It's basically the same thing. But Animate Guardian is like a terrible skill. Like, that's one of those skills where it's like, yo, if you can make this work, man, like, you're a fucking genius. I'm sure there are people out there who play Animate Guardian builds, but the risk is just so high. How is it ever worth it? You lose your Animate Guardian, and then you lose all the items on him. Like, that's just ridiculous. I don't understand. But hey, man, this is the internet. Someone's bound to make it work. Alright, what's the time? 9 minutes. So what's the goal today? We're probably making it a 30-minute episode. So Calm is probably a good place to stop. If we're able to kill Calm today, we do the Reso next episode, as well as Piety, and the following episode we do Malachi plus a bit of Act 1. That is probably the plan. Gotta watch out for that Burning Man. Don't stick around for that loot. I wouldn't recommend it. He has killed many characters in the past due to my greediness. This time around, I think we're playing a character that's a lot more balanced And what I mean by that is, last time around, everything was just blood magic, you know, all the skills. The only skill I had was Cyclone, right? We had no movement skill. We had no Tempest Shield. Tempest Shield was on cast on damage taken. Like, everything just relied on me getting hit. And I don't think that was a really good play, a good way to play. At least not for that point in time of the character. Oh my god, damage is so insane right now. Even though we have some life leech, it's just a little scary. You gotta keep moving, man. Okay, so and now, you know, we got Whirling Blades. Like, the fact that we didn't reserve 100% of our mana actually made a pretty big difference. You know, Whirling Blades on Fortify, so that means we have a movement skill and we have the defensive the defenses that we had while playing our Cyclone character. Blade Flurry on
I believe in traveling light.
Blade Flurry without blood magic, but with Warlord's Mark means that, you know, or with Blasphemy Warlord's Mark means that we still get, you know, the mana leech that we need without having to invest in blood magic. And, you know, these little things that just by making our character a little bit more balanced, we are actually having a much better time, you know, going through it this time. And that's really what I wanted. Like, every time you play a new character, you gotta optimize it a little. At least what you think is a good optimization. It might not work, but at least you gotta give it a try, you know? You know, so this time around, we're not gonna reserve 100% of our mana. We're gonna try to sort of wing it with a different skill until we are satisfied, and then, or until we feel safe enough to switch over to Knockback Cyclone. Because I want to play a build where it's like, oh, we're gonna tank everything, and then sure, damage isn't too great, but eventually they all die. Like, that was the idea, right? But it's like, okay, right now I'm in the spot where it's like, first of all, eventually they do die, yes, but I can't tank everything. And if I can't do that, you know, the second condition can't be fulfilled. So let's work towards, you know, becoming tanky first before we do anything else. Honestly, the surrender has a lot to do with that. The surrender is just such a good shield. I wanted to say for this build, but it's such a good shield in general. And I really, really wanted just, dude, we have 8 chaos. I do have like 150 alchemy, so maybe if I just traded it all for chaos, and I have an exalt. So maybe if we trade all of our currency, there's a chance, a small chance that we'll be able to, you know, get the stuff that we need.
My spirit is spent.
But I don't know, you can't always get what you want. Oh my god, I can't kill this thing. It's life regen, I don't have enough mana regen. So, if we want to trade our alchemies, honestly, if we want to make more, you know, just straight up currency, we should be opening up more of these breaches, right? Like, it's pretty important. It's just that, like, again, Esh breaches, yo, they seemed easy at first, but now I'm like really scared. These breaches are no joke, man. Ooh. Ooh. Let's be careful. I'm like staring at my life values. Oh, that hurts. Alright, we did it. Okay, we good. We good. Let's open up that hand. Damn it. I mean, that was the original goal, right? I was like, if you want to get currency, opening breaches is probably a good idea. Because the quantity is so high. But if you don't open the freaking hands, how... Well, oh. Static strike, right? So we should try to make as many of these sales as we can. Currently we're sitting at 180 alchemies. That's like 60 chaos. Static strike. And if we can trade all these alchemies off for chaos orbs, much better for us.
God bless you, exile.
That's probably the way we get our surrender, by just trading all the currency that we have. Not that I'm all that opposed to it. I mean, what's the point of currency if you don't spend it, right? This is Path of Exile. We don't have it. I was about to say we don't have any children to pass our money on to, but I suppose we do, because we do have other characters. At this point, this is probably the last character, I'd say. If this character dies, we're probably done for the league, man. I'm just saying. Is there anything I want to switch over? My resistances are good, right? Yeah, I think they're fine. Alright, moving on. We gotta remember, I gotta remember to keep using Fortify. Like, keep using Whirling Blades. It's just one of those things that you can't remember unless you, like, just ingrain it in muscle memory, and it's not there yet. But every time, the reason we need to use Whirling Blades is because it's supported with Fortify. So every time... Oh, these things are hexproof. No wonder. I'm like, yo, how come I'm not getting any mana regen? But yeah, every time we were Whirling Blades through these things, we're fortified for 5 seconds. That's pretty important. Oh, I need this mana regen pretty badly, man. Can you... Okay, so we're still having, you know, some mana problems, admittedly. And I hate the fact that if I don't hold the shift key to stand still, if I right click and I run out of mana, I just start running towards them. That's not cool, man. Okay, we're good. I mean, we're going through at a good pace. Not record pace, mind you. You know, if we were racing, we'd be dead last right now. Figuratively speaking, I don't think we'd actually be dead last. Maybe we'd be pretty far behind. Like, we're going slow. But but in terms of, you know, what this character is, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to accomplish, like, this is fine. Basically, just okay. We can kill things just fine. Okay, and we're not dying to them. Okay, good. You know, proceed. But it's when one of those conditions, you know, isn't satisfied, that we have to be a little worried. Like, can we kill the monsters in a reasonable time? Yeah. Okay, keep going. Are we dying? No. Okay, keep going. Are we dying now? Yes. Oh, okay. Like, fucking DEFCON 1, you know. So basically, if it ain't broke, there's no need to fix it. Alright. Now it is, you know, the weekend. It is February already, and in Toronto we're experiencing one of the coldest months of the year. I don't know if it's like one of the coldest months ever. I don't want to make that, you know, that bold of a statement, but it is damn cold these days, man. And I cannot stand it. Like, I'm Canadian, but it's like, you know, I was raised in the north, molded by it, but it's I mean, I can't do it, man. It's too fucking cold. Like the Toronto statement in Sweden North, yo. Like, I'd give anything to be like Weta Warm right now. Allies steal extra okay. This is fine. I'm okay with this. I'm not leeching mana. Oh, God. This is not good. Okay. We gotta sit still for a bit. He doesn't regen, right? Okay, here we go. And there's all my mana. Fuck! Like, there needs to be a better way than just me default attacking. Like, what's going on here, man? I removed blood magic for DPS purposes, but it's coming back to haunt me a little. And yes, I know, Rallying Cry is the way to go. You know, we don't need to invest in mana regen. Poacher's Mark might be good. Yo, man, I got Warlord's Mark. We got like a little bit of mana leech, 2% mana leech. Just not enough right now. And a lot of it, I guess, comes down to the fact that we just don't do much damage. Okay, what's all this damage? Yeah, the saplings are here. Fucking saplings are here. Let's be careful. Okay, we're gonna walk around. Gonna get real close. And we're gonna blast them. Are we good? If we can at least kill like 1 or 2 saplings, we're gonna have a much easier time. Okay, I think we're good. See, we always need to be attacking like 2 things at once. If we don't... Ow. Fuck. If we don't attack 2 things at once, it's like we don't get enough mana regen. That's just an inherent problem with this build, man. Or with how we built it at this point in time. Need mana. And the nice thing is we have the anvil. So if we do need mana, like sometimes if we're blocking a lot, the anvil will give us back how much? 23 mana when we block. Like, that's not bad. Hey, Superior Reeve, 18%. Alright, here we go. Wait, Calm Stronghold? Oh fuck, we're not even at the end. I was like, it's calm time. Like, calm, you're going down. But nope, it's not. Calm still, you know, in his fortress, sipping pina coladas, waiting for me. Cause apparently I'm too slow. He was like, yo dog, your appointment was supposed to be at 4:30, or I guess 8:30. It's 8:20. You've come early. Here's another zone for you to do. Scum Gasp. Look, these rare monsters, man. We are 1 step away from Scum. And once we get Scum, it means we're 1 step away from Stink. And once we get Stink, it means we'll get all the karma we need on Reddit, you know, to sustain us for the rest of our lives. Never understood karma, to be honest. I do. I guess I do. They're like internet points. But it's like, is it really that gratifying? I suppose it is. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be such a big deal. But like that mentality, it just never... It never occurred to me. I'm like, why are people interested in imaginary points if you don't get anything out of it? And I'm like, it's the internet. I guess points do matter. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just feel like Reddit is straight up, whose line is it anyway, you know? It's just like the internet version, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. Alright. Alright. Just, it's fine. Things are going fine. A little slow, but Otherwise, you know, it's respectable. I wish my counterattacks would do more damage. You know, that's my one wish. But we're not spec'd for it at this point in time. It's a little disappointing, but that's, you know, that's just how it is at this right now. Fear Fangs. See, that's going away from the theme I was trying to go for. You know, the stink theme. Okay, let's drop a TP just in case. Now that I think about it, it might be kind of nice if we had like a golem of some sort. Like maybe that'll help a little. Okay, we're crushing it so far. Like seriously, calm. Just you can't touch this. You'll never get this. Okay. I mean, the slam looks kind of scary. The sunder, like the fire sunder that he does, it seems to be okay. It's not like destroying us or anything. And there you go. Calm, defeated.
I believe in traveling light.
Feeling good. With lots of time to spare, actually. It's only, what, like 26 minutes? I mean, we could play a little bit more, but honestly, we should probably save it for next episode. It's sad that we have to do that. But, you know, a little bit every day. Baby steps. Baby steps. Next episode, just the resto. And then the following episode, I guess, Malachi? Probably need two episodes now for Act 4. It's starting to slow down. You can tell. You can clearly tell. But you know what? We're still going strong. And I'm still happy about that. But that's it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. And I'll see you guys next time. See you soon.